has multiple stories. So just because they say they fired her for not going on the travel ban and supporting the travel ban doesn't mean that's the reason why they fired. Every single day the White House comes out with one explanation and the president goes out and changes it.
But the bottom line is, are you saying that the FBI, the tens of thousands of people who work there, is corrupted as an institution by Donald Trump, who's been in office for 4 months, and in that time he's somehow corrupted the body of the FBI? That the people who work there are then why, if you're not saying that, then why would you take the investigation from them and hand it to somebody appointed by politicians? Doesn't make sense.
Look, there's multiple ways of doing this. You can have an independent prosecutor that's appointed by the Justice Department. That's been brought up. You can have an independent prosecutor or a body that's appointed by the Intelligence Committee or in the Senate. So there's multiple ways of doing this.
But
the fact of the matter is,
who is trusted enough to do that?
Look, the fact of the matter is, there is an issue here that needs to be investigated. The president seems like, by his actions, doing everything he can to intimidate the people, the very people that are investigating him. And so, if we believe in a law and order presidency, then he should be accounted to the law as well as anybody else.
I guess here's the point, Mustafa.
Loses the confidence in government.
And part of the reason the average person is losing confidence is because the left has spun this ludicrous and incredibly complex conspiracy theory about, look, you're saying that the FBI is too corrupt,
but you can go down the list of a number of Republican leaders in the House and the Senate.
I don't care what Republican leaders in the House or Senate think. That's not evidence of anything.
You keep saying left, but I'm showing you that there are people
That's what I care about.
Well, if you care about facts, then you want an independent investigation, and you want the facts to come out, and you don't want the president with the ability to fire people that are actually investigating.
You know what you guys are all doing? I've reached this conclusion after 4 months. This is totally fake. It's totally disingenuous. It's good for the country to get an independent investigation.
Right?
That's not true.
Disagree with me.
So what these guys are saying is that they want a whole other investigation completely separate from the FBI investigation of an independent panel, a political investigation into this. These Democrats have lost their freaking mind. I'm just sick of them. You know what? They have got to go, man. These Democrats have got to go. I'm sorry. Look, the thing about it is the Democrats are trying to find any reason they could possibly find to continue this investigation process, even though zero evidence into collusion between the Trump camp and the Russian government or the Russian people or Putin or anybody over there. There's zero evidence. They've never found any evidence. Clapper said there was no evidence. Comey said there was no evidence. Everybody in the Intelligence Committee has said there was no evidence. The director of the National Security Administration said there was no evidence. So, that ain't sufficient enough for these Democrats. Now they're calling for an independent investigation. Not from the intelligence community, but from the doggone political party. This is crazy out of control. You know what they're doing? They're trying to create some chaos within the government so that they can continue to push this thing forward, this fake, wildly crazy investigation, all the way up until their election midterms come around, because they know that if they don't have some thread of evidence or something to hold on to that leaves a shadow of a doubt in the American mind as to whether Donald Trump was colluding with the Russians or not, that they are going to simply be completely destroyed in the midterm elections, and they will have zero chance of getting a candidate in as president in 2020. So, they're just continuing this false narrative, these continuous lies. Yesterday, I watched something on Keith Olbermann on GQ on YouTube, which is basically the equivalent of a tabloid newspaper nowadays. It's like reading the National Enquirer. This guy gets up there and uses terminology that makes it sound like Donald Trump has committed some sort of treason against the American people. He said enacted a coup, committed treason, stuff, all kinds of crazy stuff, because he thinks that it's resembling when Nixon fired people that were below him in the intelligence agency and then got in while he was under investigation. He believes with zero evidence, zero. And actually, it's probably not even him that believes it. It's his writers. So they're saying that Trump can't fire anybody that's investigating him because da-da-da-da. You know what? Nobody has said he was being investigated. It is the possibility of collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia, which this has been going on for several months, and nobody's come up with nothing. Zero. So anyway, I just had to show you that little clip. I believe Tucker Carlson is doing a great job. I like Tucker Carlson. I want you guys to go ahead and stick with me here at my channel. And, I've got to reach my operating goals. So if you want to go ahead and submit some money to me, down there in the link below, I got a PayPal and I got a Patreon. We need to go ahead and get this rolling so I can meet my operating goal for the month of May. If I can't meet my operating goal for the month of May, and it's already the middle of May, here in a few more days, I'm going to shut this thing down and we'll be back at the end of the month or close to the end of the month. That's just the way it is, people. I got to have money to operate. It's costing me money to operate. If you want to continue to watch these awesome videos, if you want to continue to have me come into your home through your device, however you're watching me, if you want me to continue to bring you these awesome programs, I need support. So that's it. Go ahead and look for those links in the bottom. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button and share this report. Definitely share this report. My name is Johnny Jetrod, reporting for you. Thank you, America.